Hey guys, Jimmy H here with Jimmy H Financial. Sitting here with my mom, just talking about life and whatnot, and just looking at my future and whatnot as we age. So one thing we cannot create more or make more of is time, right? So as we get older and watching my mom, getting older each day, each week, each year, she's going to be almost 92 now. I'm realizing that that's not something to be fear of. Life is not to be fear of, age is not to be fear of, and getting old is not to be fear of. It's just a reminder for all of us that health, time, relationships, and whatnot, and financial decisions will become very, very valuable in this stages of life, right? As for me, I'm turning 51, so any kind of the financial decision I make going forward will impact me much more than when I was in my 20s or my 30s, right? So yeah, so when I turn 51 in a couple of months, I'm not gonna fear it at all. The question is not how old we're gonna get. It's just how well we're living at this time, at that stage of life, right? So I have some notes here right in front of me. I'm just gonna basically go through some of the plus and minuses, goods and bads and whatnot of getting old. So as I get older, I definitely appreciate my health, right? I appreciate my health each and every day. Each and every day we wake up, that's one more day that I'm, thankful for and thankful and whatnot for, right? I exercise more. I mean, I don't go to the gym or anything, but I do exercise. I walk, right? I walk each and every day, maybe 2-3 miles a day. A simple walking around the block, around parks, around trails and whatnot. And sometimes I even vlog while I'm walking, right? So I'm doing two things at one time. But and I focus on preventing problems than reacting to it and trying to fix it, right? Like for example, I went to the dentist, this morning to do a cleaning, right? I do twice a year, so I mean, if I have to, I'll do more. Like if I have, cavities or whatnot. But I try to do preventive maintenance, other than trying to fix the issues when it comes up. When you were younger, your health is good, exercise is not really needed, you recover from injuries a lot sooner. But now, I'm 50, 51 to be in a couple of months, I recover a little bit slower. After I walk a few miles, my legs become sore, my feet become tired and, hurt, right? So yeah, so we're not young chickens anymore, guys. Not young chickens anymore. And about money, since this is a channel for financial, I have a lot more financial knowledge I have now at 51 than when I was into my 20s and 30s. I was a dumb, broke young kid thinking I know it all and, gamble my life away with money. Whatever I make, I spend it all, right? So there's not much to talk about in my 20s and 30s. But as I got older and wiser, my financial knowledge, my financial literacy got better. And so I start saving and start investing, and instead of spending all the consumer, products away, right? And I'm more focused now on financial freedom. That's what this channel is all about. Retire early, financial freedom, doing what we can to invest better. So I try to do that better than what I did in my 20s, right? But there are bad things though. The At this age in life, the retirement suddenly feels very real. What am I gonna do with it? With retirement, how am I gonna handle it? Will I have enough money to survive? Right? Those are very real questions now that I'm turning 51. When I was 21, 30 years ago, I mean, retirement was way, 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 way out there, right? But now I'm 51. Retirement is just around the corner. And me wanting to retire at 55, that's 4 more years, right? 4 more years of grinding corporate life, rat race, hamster wheel, whatnot, whatever you call it, right? That's 4 more years. If I can't retire at 55 because my financial decisions, didn't work out, I'm gonna have to push it to 60. I'm gonna have to push it to 65. I'm gonna have to push it to 67, my full retirement age, right? I'm not planning for any of those, but there's always plan B, plan C, plan D. Plan A is 55 years old, which is 4 more years, right, guys? 4 more years. Um, that just means I have less time to recover from a financial mistake. Each and every day I wake up, I think about that all the time. What I'm investing now is pretty conservative, but they do go up and down. The market does fluctuate. Real estate does fluctuates. Sometimes it goes down, sometimes it goes up. I know holding cash is not always the best ideal, and so I don't, but I do have an emergency fund in cash just in case, I need it, right? And I will do another video on emergency fund and how much you should hold as an emergency in another video. But right now, yeah, I do have some emergency fund, but it's just, every financial every financial mistake from here on out that I make will muchly impact when and how my retirement will be, right? And so money isn't a gold, but it's a tool to give me that freedom that I want, right? Yeah, so I've been preaching that money is just a tool for me. I use debt to pay off other debt in other videos of mine, and I use a lot of credit cards, but I do pay them off each and every month, so I don't accrue any interest. But yeah, so I use money as a tool just to get by, right? And to improve my value, improve the overall lifestyle of what I want to be, right? And at this age, I value my time much more. Time is not one thing we can create more. Just because I'm alive doesn't mean tomorrow I will be, right? I mean, tomorrow is not promised. It's not promised to any one of us, right? So we just live in the present. And at this age, the present might be very short compared to when I was in my 20s. So as we age each and every year, and it seems like every year seems like it's just faster and faster and faster. I mean, a blink of an eye, we're already in August. Today, you can see the date behind me right here. It's July 31st, meaning tomorrow is August 1st. And September, October, November, December, we're in 2027, right? So time flies, especially when you're older. And I'm turning 51, like I say, in a couple of months. I'm old. I am old, right? So, and I see my mom getting older each day. And each day she gets older, that means I got older in a day as well, right? And at this age, losing loved ones and whatnot becomes a real reality. When I was younger, when you lose a loved one, it's because of an accident or a surprise or whatnot, right? Now it's like people get sick. Some people don't live past their 60s or 70s, right? So you lose loved ones, out of the blues, and I don't like going to funerals and whatnot, but it's just a reality of the age that I'm at, right? And unfortunately, sometime at this age, friendship that we built in the past, genuine friendship, it kind of fade too because everybody has their own lives. Either we move out of country, move out of state and whatnot. So, yeah, like I have friends that I had in middle schools and whatnot. We still keep in contact, but we really don't have the time to meet up like, each and every week or even a month. I might have not seen them for years, but we keep in contact socially through texts and Facebook posting and whatnot. But it does fade, but it's still genuine. So genuine friendship would never disappear, but it does fade. And as I get older, 51 years old, my kids are getting older as well. My daughter is turning 14. My son is 16. So they're growing right before my eyes, right? In a few more years, they'll be adults themselves. So that just means that I got that much older, right? My daughter's 14 in September. So that means 4 more years, she'll be 18. And 4 more years is when I want to retire at 55. So hopefully that dream come to fruition. And, I can retire and she becomes an adult. But my son is 16. He's going to be an adult in 2 years. Time changes and whatnot, right? So, yeah. So the bottom line is, treat each and every day like it's our last day, the way I see it. I know it's not the way to see it per se, but I mean, at 50, turning 51, most of my life is already done and over with, right? Life expectancy is about 80, 85 maybe. lucky if you're 90. My mom is blessed. She's turning 92 in a couple of months. So I really don't know how long I'll live. I'm 50 now, turning 51, but will I see 52? Will I see 53? Or will I see 100, right? I really don't know. The future, no one can predict. So bottom line is, for those of you watching, bottom line is, take care of yourself, take care of your body, take care of every beloved ones that you have. Life is more precious than money. I just made a video on my other channel about choosing life over money or money over life. If you guys subscribe to my other channel, which is simply follow Jimmy H, and give me a comment on that. I just don't want to repeat what I said in the other video. So yeah, guys. So just what do you value? Let's value life over money here, and basically live life to the fullest, because at this age, and as you know, people do get older each and every day. And yeah, guys, retirement is just around the corner for me. Hopefully that will be in 4 years and not longer than that. But yeah, thanks for hanging out with me today. I'm just at my mom's house, and I'm just hanging out with her. And basically, I just thought I'd do a quick video to, check in with you guys, see how you guys doing. And yeah, much love. Peace out.